welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie if you're new. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. Hi Ollie, I've been joined by Ollie. So today I'm going to be talking about how I cope with working from home because of lockdown. So due to COVID, I'm now working from home for the foreseeable, which at first was difficult to kind of get used to it and kind of accept, because I never used to think I was a people person. I used to think I like to have my own space. Other people in the office I might find them a bit distracting, and yeah, I just didn't really think that I would miss being in an office environment, but this has actually shown me that I do miss being in an office, because I do actually miss my work colleagues. As crazy as that sounds, they are the thing that gets me through the day. I miss it, but you have to make the best out of the situation you've got. And actually, now that I have a routine for working from home, I'm actually really enjoying it. I just thought I'd share some of my tips with you today. So I am in the space where I work day to day from 9 till 5:30. I've got my coffee, because what is a work day without coffee? Before I get into my kind of working day and how I cope with it, grab yourself a nice cozy hot drink, grab yourself all the snacks, and let's get into the video. So the first thing I would probably say is that I would usually wake up at the same time as if I was commuting into the office. So I would wake up around 6:30, and I'll basically get up and I'll go and take Ollie out for a walk for half an hour. I find that if I get that done first thing in the morning, I feel like I've accomplished something already for the day. Ollie also gets his exercise. He is a puggle, so he doesn't really need that much exercise. He can take it or leave it really. I tend to give him a half an hour walk in the morning, and then a longer one later on. Need more coffee. So yeah, I'll walk Ollie for about half an hour in the morning, and then I'll come home and I'll try and get a workout done straight away. I try and work out between half an hour and 45 minutes, depending on how I'm feeling that day. Generally they're half an hour because it's what I can fit in the morning. I feel like I've got more energy in the morning. I'm working from home. If I try and work out in the evening, I just don't have the get up and go to do it. I will never do it. So I get it done before I've started work. It kind of sets me up for the day and I feel really good after it. I'll usually work out for half an hour, 45 minutes. Then I will head up and shower and get ready for the day. So whether that will be straightening my hair, putting on a bit of makeup, and then either, again, depending on how I feel, I do try and get dressed properly for a work day. But at the same time, today I'm wearing gym tights and a hoodie. So yeah, I also think you need to be comfortable in what you're wearing, because you're just going to be sat at a desk all day, in my case. I shower, do a bit of makeup, get ready, and then I will go downstairs and make my giant coffee. I cannot function on a work day without coffee. So it's the first thing that I do before I head up to my desk. So I will actually make my little pot of granola and yogurt that I take up to my desk, and I'll eat that around 10 o'clock, 10:30. But until then, I will just sip on my filter coffee. I can't really string a sentence together until I've had that first sip of coffee, if I'm honest. I don't know whether it is actually the caffeine or whether it's a placebo effect, just the thought of having coffee wakes me up, but yeah, I really enjoy my morning coffee. Yeah. Another thing that I found really helps me work from home and stick to a routine is creating a space that I can work from that's not in my living space at all. So I don't want to work from my bedroom, I don't want to work in my living room, I don't want to work in my dining room, because those to me are relaxing places, and sometimes day to day in work it's not a relaxing experience. So I have kind of taken over my little craft area, and it's our kind of like a snug room / craft room for me anyway. And yeah, I've kind of taken over my craft desk for the time being, and it now has my monitor and my laptop from work there. So I set this up and I come in here for the day, and 5:30 I shut everything down and leave it. So don't create your workspace in your living space if you can help it. I know in some cases it's extremely hard. I would always recommend, if you can, make it somewhere where you're not gonna feel you should be relaxing all the time. Yeah, basically, don't put your work in your relaxing space in your house. Try and keep it like locked away in a different room that you wouldn't associate with relaxation and, wind down time and chill time. That would be my other tip. Also, keeping your workspace as tidy as possible. I found this really difficult because I tend to work from sometimes at my job I do have to print stuff out because there's so many numbers, and at one point I only had my laptop screen, so it was really difficult to analyse numbers and input the correct numbers in for data entry and get it right without printing it off. So some days I would just have like bits of paper or post-it notes or whatever all over my desk, and it was creating kind of a negative effect for me mentally, because my workspace was messy. I then in my mind was panicking because my surroundings were a mess. So yeah, that was a big one for me. It was actually making sure that everything had a place on my workspace and I kept it as tidy as possible. So now at the end of every day I'll make sure that I clear everything away, and that only the essential things for my work are on there really. Second to last tip for what I do is I make sure I take regular breaks. So because I analyse data and things like that, and there's a lot of numbers and spreadsheets in my day-to-day work, I can get number blind and blurry-eyed. So if I don't take a break, my work suffers because I then make mistakes, or it takes me longer to do tasks, or I won't be able to figure something out. Whereas in actual fact, when I step away for 5 minutes, maybe go and make myself a cup of tea, or just kind of like walk around downstairs for a little bit, I'll come back and I'll be able to solve the problem straight away. And it's because I was just tired and I just needed a little break from the screen. So yeah, that's a big one. Make sure you take regular breaks, and make sure that you always have your lunch break, especially if you're not paid for it. Some companies will pay you for a lunch break, and you may feel obliged to work in that lunch break. Us, however, where I work, we do not get paid a lunch hour, so I don't work a lunch hour. So I will always make sure that I have a lunch break. So I will lock my laptop and leave this room and go downstairs and relax for an hour, have some lunch, and then once my hour's up, I'll come back up and I'm ready to work again. So I've had that break. And finally, my final tip, which is so hard when you're working from home, but I do feel that it's a major one, is to set boundaries. So if your work hours For example, my work hours are from 9 till 5:30 with an hour lunch in between. So I try not to start before 9 a.m. and once 5:30 comes, I will turn my computer off. I will finish for the day, I will shut it down, and I will leave this room. And I will go and enjoy my evening. So yeah, I understand there's been a couple of nights where I've had to work late, and I've been at my desk in this room for 12, 13 hours. But I think if you can avoid that, I wouldn't recommend that. That was a tough couple of days. But yeah, if you can avoid that and you can make sure you set a boundary and make sure that you once your work day's over, you shut that computer down and you step away and you enjoy the rest of your evening, then you'll be okay. I've found that when I stick to these steps, I definitely do feel better and feel like I'm coping with working from home and actually enjoy it. So yeah, hopefully you found this video interesting. Ollie is so needy today. He's ready for another walk. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up to let me know, and it really supports my channel. Don't forget to tick the little notification bell and it'll let you know when I upload new videos, hopefully every single week. And also, if you could subscribe, I would be extremely grateful. I am new here, so yeah, it would really show me the love and let me know that you guys like seeing the content that I'm putting out there. So yeah, that's everything for today. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.